Hello everybody, I am Tom, and you are watching me play Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. Between the last episode and this episode, I did some farming. And the reason I did farming is I'm on a quest to buy every item from every merchant thus far. I didn't get there. It takes a fairly long time to farm money in this game, but I did buy a lot of stuff. So, I'll go over what I bought to start with. I bought a fair few dragon blood droplets. I have 7 total now, so that's nice. Again, lots of pellets, up to 60. This green mossy gourd I got off the merchant just out the front of the snake cave. And this is just the same as the red gourd and the purple gourd, but for poison as opposed to fire or terror. There's some other sort of miscellaneous stuff, like a bunch of contact medicine, dowsing powder, all that kind of stuff. A bunch of sugars as well. Through farming, I ended up getting a lot of Guardian sugar because I was killing the little Sempo monk guys, and they drop Guardian sugar. I think that was it as far as regular items go. Aside from coin purses, I ended up with a lot of coin purses, as you can see here. I have 3 bulging, 7 heavy, and 9 light. But, I also got... Let me find it here. This Dragon Spring sake. So it's more sake that I can give to people. Anything else in key items? I don't think so. Something that I remembered while I was playing, / editing, is that if we look at... Not Desaku's notes. No, it is Desaku. Here we go. My disciple have abandoned me for Dogen. Unwilling to dirty their own hands, they have all left me for the hypocritical quack. Dogen, my last disciple. Even if I die, the research must continue. Finish the project for Ashina's sake. I had said that I remembered Dogen, like the name from somewhere. It was actually Emma said that when I gave her booze of some description. I think I gave her monkey booze or something, but she mentioned Dogen. And she said that he may be the only one who still have any of my master Dogen's work, because all of Dogen's work got burnt down or something. And she said that Dogen may be the only one who actually has anything left, which is interesting. And the other thing I noticed that I had that I don't remember picking up was this pine resin ember. It's a piece of resin that contains a continuously smouldering flame, can be used to upgrade the flame vent. The resin was found in a black pine within the forest of Bibu village. The ever-smouldering flames acted as a landmark to find one's way to the village. In time, the villagers came to loathe the flames, and the black pines were lost. Those who defended the flame were equally loathed. So we found this. I went back and looked through my previous footage. We actually found this at, in Mibu village, obviously, but it was on top of that house where we got ambushed. But I got ambushed, so I immediately just, like, smashed the A button and then ran away. So I didn't notice we actually looted that, but we did. So that was everything as far as, like, new stuff we got. What I also got, just by virtue of farming a bunch of money, is the fact that I now have a bunch of skill points. So what I want to do, for starters, is to buy this for 4, which is High Monk. Master of the Arts. Because we needed to learn a secret technique, because Ishin / the Tengu told us that if we knew one of these, he would give us something nice. So I've bought that. I should be able to get that off the Tengu. As far as other stuff that I wanted, I don't really know. I think I'll just keep my 4 points for now, because I don't really know what I want to spend them on. But let's go talk to Tengu / Ishin. And I believe he was here, I think. I think this is where he was. Yes, he was.
極めたか。はおお、確かにな。赤炉。やはりお主には人斬りの才がある。帯じゃ。取っておけ。
The Mushin esoteric text. A unique text of the legendary Ashina Mushin compound style. Young Ishun would stop at nothing in his lust for power, and this single-minded search for strength ended in him taking Ashina for his own. This is the result of combining techniques from the styles he encountered. This drive defined Ishin's achievements, and as such, this text will never be finished.
しかと
That's really cool.
赤色よお主ならば
He is still sick.
天狗殿わしはもう少しここで進んでいく行け赤色よ行け赤色よ
Interesting. So I thought the fact that he was the Tengu and running around, I thought that meant that he was actually far more well than Emma was letting on when she was talking to Genichiro, but it seems that he is actually really quite sick. Just judging by that coughing. So we got a new skill tree. Holy shit. Interesting. Interesting. Huh. Because, like, Shadowfall here, right? So High Monk is here, which we got off this skill tree. Shadowfall is here, which is from this skill tree, I think? No, that's Shadow Rush. What's Shadowfall? An evolution of Shadow Rush. This is a secret technique of the Ashina Mushin compound style. After leaping into the skies with a Shadow Rush, allow one to perform a spinning sword attack as they descend. Pierce, fly, and then dive back down. Jumping off the enemy costs spirit emblems. So you do Shadow Rush. You can charge Shadow Rush. And then you can do it again to do the slide. Okay. So it's like an upgraded version of that. Spiral Cloud Passage. A sword technique that unleashes powerful shockwaves. Costs spirit emblems to use. Its name comes from a large eddy of distant clouds forming near the headwaters of Fountainhead Spiral. Tomoe would watch her young master as he gazed longingly at the coiling clouds. The sight meant everything to her. Her master, by the way, was the previous divine child before Kuro. Kusaka? I think his name was? Or Kuraka? Give me a second, I can find this out quite specifically. And I kind of want to now. I have it in like a note somewhere. Takaru, that's his name. Tomoe was Takaru's master. We learnt off another piece of information that I can't fully remember where I learnt that bit of information, but it's in my head, so I obviously learnt it somewhere. Alright, now I need to come here and actually fight this monkey, finally. Took my sweet ass time getting around here, but I'm finally here. I mean, yeah, I have like no experience and no money, so this is the prime opportunity to start a boss fight. I assume it's a boss fight? Yeah, it's a boss fight. That's pretty terrifying, I'll admit. This actually seems pretty easy, if I'm all honest. He doesn't actually do that much damage. Heal though. And he can parry all his stuff, so that's nice.
Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out!
Wow. Fucking RKO'd, Jesus. Heal please. Thank you. I think we got this though. He just fucking fart poisoned me. Did he just throw his shit at me? Alright, heal the poison. I said heal the poison! Heal. God damn it, I'm so close. I mean, I can just resurrect and kill him though, so it's not that much of a deal. There we go. And he only has 1 health bar, which is nice. Oh, damn. Am I poisoned, or am I... No, I have immunity to poison. That's a big-ass sword. Oh, he counted as a full boss, not a mini-boss, which is interesting. That sword is like the size of me. I wonder whose sword that was originally. Hello? Terror. I don't like terror. Alright, good. I got the tell off that, amazingly. It usually takes me a lot longer to figure out tells, but he lifts his head up to his... where his head should be. He moves so strangely. There we go. Shit. He moves so strangely. It's like, I don't know necessarily how... I'm also turning the volume down because I think I'm yelling into my microphone because I have the volume so high. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a snake-like almost. Like, he's not moving how, like, a primate, like a quadruped or semi-biped should move. Like, his back is, like, twisting, and it's really, really uncomfortable. As is this music, by the way. Pretty easy to, parry him, though, so I'm not too worried about it. Ow. Ow. I'm so close, I don't want to die here. I managed to dodge that, which I'm glad about. I didn't see the tell properly. I thought it was actually going to be a sweep attack. Shit. Ooh. Jump away. Oh shit. Heal. Cool. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's a centipede. So he's like those monks. Those like undead monks have like the centipedes in them. Guardian Ape. Achievement unlocked. Are they going to do a triple fake out as soon as I close this? That's my question, because I just heard it scream after it was dead. The battle memory of an extraordinary foe lingering in the mind of the wolf. Commune with the sculptor's idol and confront memories of battle to permanently increase attack power. The Guardian Ape was defeated, though its roar can still be heard. It is said that an infested body marks the undying. Yeah, indeed, that's what I was talking about. Because the monks at Senpo Temple that had like the crickets and the centipedes and stuff in them, they seem to be undead, and it seemed the way that they got undead was by having the bugs in them specifically. Slender Finger. It seemed like that they had, like, their immortality came from the fact they were infested, which is why, like, all these undead people call themselves infested. They may literally just be infested with bugs. Also, now I think about it, that kind of explains what I was talking about, how this really, really weird movement, where he doesn't move like an actual ape. Probably because he was actually being, strictly speaking, being controlled by the centipede. Also explains how he was moving without a head, because I guess the centipede took over the body after he died. Whew. Can be fitted to the shinobi prostate to create a prosthetic tool. Found in the belly of the Guardian Ape, it is partially digested. That's kind of disgusting. There is a shinobi technique called the finger whistle that can drive beasts wild. The one who used it before clearly used it for this purpose, as as evidenced by the finger's open hole. Called the finger whistle. Oh, actually, we know. Well, we kind of know who this hand belonged to. Because when we gave... I can't remember what... I think it was Monkey Booze when we gave that to the sculptor. He talked about how he did training up with... Yeah, it was, because he talked about how he did training up with the monkeys, him and another shinobi. And the other shinobi had a ring on his finger that made a whistling sound as it ran through the air, and he found it soothing or whatever. So clearly this is the hand of that other shinobi, presumably. I think we're good. Also, first try. Want to point that out. First try at that boss, which is rare for me in Sekiro these days. Rest please. Enhanced attack power, sure. The battle memory of an extraordinary foe, although distant recollection of such a memory provided sustenance for the wolf. They say that an infested body is the mark of the undying, but such a long life would surely be quite lonesome even for even an ape. Perhaps the echoing roar of the Guardian Ape was in fact a solicitation of sorts. Huh. Interesting phrasing. It implies to me that he's still alive somehow, but also the roar afterwards implies that to me as well, but he like disappeared. Also, I think the sword disappeared as well that he was using, but that sword was bigger than me, which makes me wonder... I'm just searching this area, by the way. Oh, it's actually deep here. Cool. Oh, more precious bait. The texture is slimy and something resembling horn seems to jut out of it, just the kind of bait the master wants. Master baiter. Ring the bell, drop the bait. We've got this before. We found this in maybe Village somewhere, I think. Again, it was underwater. And I'm pretty sure I made the master baiter joke last time as well. If I didn't, shame on me. It's an amazing joke. I should have made it. Okay, so is there anything else around this place? I did see that there was a cave next to that sculptor's idol. I will go in there eventually, but I want to search this area because it's a really big arena. Also incredible looking, like the way they've got like the massive Buddha statue up there. Bodhavista, I believe, was the name of the of that idol up there, and I think Bodhavista is this kind of depiction of Buddha, where it's like the almost feminine looking Buddha, I think is described as Bodhavista. I could be wrong there. There will be a note on screen telling me, telling you guys whether I'm just talking out my ass or not. Which happens fairly frequently, worth noting. Hey everybody, editor Tom note here. The Bodhisattva, not Bodhivista as I was pronouncing it, is someone in Buddhism who has essentially attained enlightenment, and has like reached nirvana, but instead of actually attaining it fully, what they do is actually stop and they 4 usually the idea is being like some kind of compassionate means, or for this to help in the suffering of others, or to help prevent the suffering of others. They, instead of going to nirvana, they stay back in the earthly coil. Different sect of Buddhisms have kind of slightly different meanings towards it. Some of it means, as I said, someone who stays back from nirvana. Others, it just means someone who hasn't quite reached enlightenment yet, or hasn't quite reached Buddhahood yet, which I think is the same thing. It's hard to tell. I'm not Buddhist, so I don't know the full details of separate Buddhist sects, but that's my understanding thus far anyway. Alright, back to the episode. Alright. So I already sat it there, and then there's this cave. Okay. Huh. Oh, it's the flower I needed. Lotus of the Palace. A white lotus flower found blooming in the depths of the sunken valley, where the fountainhead waters pool deeply. Okay. I was expecting to have to dive underwater to find this because of the way that it... Like, because Kuro told me that it was... Like, he found it in a book that you find this in a valley where the waters pool deeply or something. That phrasing made me think it was underwater, but I guess not. The flower's aroma attract female apes. Thus, the guardian ape carefully tended to it so as to offer it to his bride. Fair enough. One of the incense ingredients sought by the divine heir for mortal severance. Sweet. And is that it? It is it. So it seems that the 2 places that we came to get the components for Kuro were both like dead-end areas. By which I mean, like, they don't loop back to anything. They're kind of like, you go to an end and then you're there. Alright, so there's a few things I want to do. There's a couple of headless I want to kill. And I think I'm going to do that. I'll do death montage, followed by me killing the headless. The first one I'm going to take out is the one in the mist area, where we fought the Mist Noble. So I'll do that one first, and the other one is the underwater one, and I'm going to see if I can take on the underwater one. That seems a lot harder, but I'll go give it a shot. So it's just going to be straight death montage, and then followed by my successful attempt. Be with you momentarily. Shit. Ooh. Alright. Guardian Spirit Fall, that's really, really good. Whew, so I did that the first try, which is nice. Fallen Headless Spirit of Garshin suppresses sound and presence, making the user harder to detect. Consume spirit emblems to use repeatedly. Headless are the ruined form of corrupted heroes who once fought for their country. I'm falling to pieces, said the man to himself, drifting deep into the forest. Sweet. Cool. That's one down. The only other one left is the underwater one, which I'm going to go do now. There's also the other weird kind of headless looking guy, who I don't actually think is a headless. He was in like, where was he specifically? Near the bottomless hole, I think? I might take him on as well. I don't know. Probably not this episode. I may do it at the start of the next episode. Travel... What's the quickest way to get to this guy? Probably here, actually. Alright, so once again, there'll be a death montage followed by me actually beating him if I do. Which my hope is, yeah, I can take him out in first try. We'll see, though. Alright, cool. That was actually really, really easy. As I suspected, you just... Ungo Spirit Fall. As I suspected, all you need to do is just swim around him and do hit and run tactics. And he only had one health bar. I didn't notice that the first time, but he only had one health bar as opposed to two that all the other Headless have. Fallen Headless Spirit of Ungo that reduces vitality damage taken from physical attacks. Consume spirit emblems to use repeatedly. Headless are the ruined form of corrupted heroes who once fought for their country. This warrior lost his mind in defense of the state. His attempt at mutiny was met with a swift beheading and the lifeless body sunk to the bottom of the moat. Goddamn. Fair enough. And then there are some fish up here who apparently want to die. There you go. They didn't actually bother me during the fight, so I think you can safely ignore them, which is good to know. I'm nearly an extra level up, so what I'm actually going to do is swim around here, because I believe I can kill that guy. And these two, and I should, after killing these guys, get up another level, which would be nice. Or not. Come fight me out here. So close to a level, yet not giving me one. They're annoying like that. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for today. I think next I'm actually going to head to Senpo Temple because I want to see if there's anything new there. I'm not going to do that quite yet. Let's go to the Dilapidated Temple first. I'm not entirely sure, but I think there might be something new at Senpo Temple now since I've talked to Ishin, and he told me to head up there because of the Mortal Blade. Apparently there is something else to do up there. I couldn't find it last time, but I'm gonna go up there and see if I can find it now. Hey. 153. Coin purse, sure. But that's gonna be it. I shall see you next time, where we'll head off to Senpo Temple and see if I can find anything new there. And then I guess if I don't find anything new there, I'll just go back to Kuro and see if he has anything new now that I've given him, or now that I have the flower as well. But that'll be it. So thanks for watching. I shall see you next time. Bye.